gentlemen, this will be a very full session. So if you have 50 seats in the middle of the row, we have to move towards the center so that the empty seats are on the outside for anybody that comes late. We need every seat filled.
And finally, we get the chance to do that, and we were able to make it work. So we're just honored to have you here.
Oh, it's such a pleasure, guys. And I'm sorry it's been a long time coming, but you know, it's this should be a regular thing, I think. We love you.
Any questions?
Can you hear me?
Hey.
Hi, Andy.
Hey.
I sound like an 8-year-old Barbie. I've been yelling at Norman, you know, just screaming. So
That happens.
let's get in here, number one. Okay.
Yeah, it takes me sort of half an hour to start work in the morning because I just scream.
All right, so we are all familiar with the complicated character that is Rick Grimes.
And what a phenomenal job you do playing him.
Thank you.
But those of us familiar with your earlier work know that you have a knack for comedy and dancing.
What are we saying? Musical time? Rick Grimes sings?
Yes.
Sings and dances?
Yes.
Naked?
need more security.
Well, you know, Dave Morrissey has got a very good voice as well, so maybe Rick and the Governor could have a little duet at some point.
No, they actually did that duet, didn't they? It was called Broadway.
I heard about that. Oh, yeah. So, sorry, what is the question?
Okay, so my question for you, Andy, is this. Would you ever be interested in hosting Saturday Night Live? And if so, what type of skit would you enjoy doing?
Oh, you know, you're not the first person to sort of ask me that question, and it does fill me with absolute horror. Yeah, I mean, I began on stage. That was my first ever role, was as the Artful Dodger in Oliver Twist. Yeah. And I was hooked ever since. So look, I wouldn't rule it out, but it would have to be something along the lines of maybe Colin Firth has done some great sketches on there, hilarious sketches. And but you know, you're never going to fill the boots of Christopher Walken. I mean, how good is that guy? But yeah, I mean, never say never is my sort of political answer to that.
You would nail it. You need to.
Oh, I'm terrified already.
Great question. Next question, over here.
Hi, Andy.
Hey.
What was it that interested you most about playing the character of Rick Grimes?
Obviously working with Norman Reedus. No, I mean, there were so many things that intrigued me about it. I mean, Frank Darabont was the first guy that just got me hooked in, and then I read the script, and I just thought it was I'd never read anything quite like it. And then I started looking at the comic book, and I just thought, well, this was probably going to be the most punishing role I've ever attempted. And I don't know, it's just grown from that. It began as one thing, and I keep saying this, is that it's sort of turned into, it's not our show anymore. It's just got nothing to do with us. It's your show, and I just want to tell the greatest story that we possibly can for you guys, because it's become this beast. And I don't think I would have been cast in Europe as Rick Grimes. I just don't. I'd done comedy, as someone just said, you know, I'd done comedy, I'd done a lot of romantic roles and things like that, and the opportunity to play a badass sheriff, I was just like, are you kidding me? What, I get to wear some boots and ride a horse and shoot people for a living? I'm like, count me in. I've still got so many buddies back home who just keep going, what the fuck, how did you really? You know? But in all seriousness, it was Frank, it was Gail Anherd, it was Greg Nicotero, it was AMC. You know, I'd been watching Breaking Bad, and yeah, one of the greatest shows since The Wire, I think, in my opinion, and Mad Men, and you know, I just thought this feels like there's a golden age of storytelling going on in TV at the moment, and when I got the gig, I just I said this in an interview sort of a couple of days ago, and I said there are certain roles that you jump up and down when you get the gig. There was a play that I did called Blue Orange, which was that. There was This Life, which was the first thing I ever bagged out of drama school, and this was the next one. I was jumping on and down, going, I got fucking Rick Grimes! And I was in the middle of Wiltshire, you know, with my family, and they were like, what are you talking about? You know? But it was my brother, my beloved brother, who is a real sci-fi fan. He's a smart cookie, and he just said, and he was the guy who got it first, he said, you better not fuck this up. Because this is a big thing. Like this. Really? Is it? Oh yeah. So yeah, hopefully, you know, we keep not fucking it up. Excuse me if there are children in the audience. Apologies to those parents.
Thank you. No problem. Next question. Over here. Okay. As we both know, most weapons that are used are either hand weapons or guns. If you run out of bullets, what would be the
You're a serious survivalist. You even have this survivalist voice. You should be on our show, dude. Well, I believe that the most important hand weapon. Well, I'm gonna not spoil anything, but there is Rick develops a new technique this season for dispatching people, and it isn't a gun, it isn't a knife, it's something quite different. And I look forward to hearing your reactions, because I was shocked. I would say, I don't know, Stone is pretty good. That's worked very well for me in the past. An eye gouge, just thinking on my feet here. And any sharp stick. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll see you next week at work.
All right, next.
I'll be speaking to your agent.
Over here on the right.
Hello, Andrew. How are you?
I'm very well. What's your name, sir?
Josh.
Josh. How are you?
Good.
Let's keep saying how are we?
All right. I was wondering if the show takes a toll on you in real life. Like, do you go shopping at Walmart or whatever and just like keep eyes in the back of your head just in case?
I did run into somebody in the grocery store the other day, and I was just picking up some aubergines. Oh, you don't say aubergines. Eggplants. Kryptonite. But yeah, and I was just sort of minding my own business as much as you can. And then this guy just went, "Hey, Mr. Lincoln," and I went, "Hey." And he said, "You don't remember me?" And I was like, "No." He said, "My name's John. You stabbed me in the head last week." Josh, this is my life. So yeah, it is kind of weird. This time of the year, especially when the show's out, it becomes a little intense. You know.
So you've got a few more weeks left, and then do you all go? You're on break. You live in London, or
no? Just outside of England. My family flew back yesterday, and so I'll do the final push. I think it's 3 weeks, if indeed I'm still alive. And then we wrap up just around about the 22nd, so yeah, we're getting close.
All right, over here, we got about 10 minutes.
Hello. I just wanted to know, even though you probably get this one a lot, how did you prepare for Lori's death?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about this show, and I think the great thing about this show is that because we've been doing it for so long, and we've spent so much time, so many hours with these characters, and also with these people as friends, and you've gone through so much already, some scenes just look after themselves. This one, I kind of just took myself away and listened to some music and just got into a zone, which wasn't very happy, as you can imagine, and then just I was helped by Chandler Riggs, who's like, "You just wait." All I will say is just wait for what this kid is going to do this season. He I think has done one of the best episodes certainly this season, and he kind of carries it. It's beautiful what he's done. I was on set with him the other day and just watched him, and now it's time for me to learn from him, you know what I mean? He's a serious actor, this kid. But yeah, when he came out, and Elsie as well, holding the baby, it sort of plays itself. I don't really sort of talk about preparations and things, because the older I get, the more I've worked, the more you realize that every actor has their own way of working, which is unique to them. And we're lucky in this show is that we've got so many cool, actors. So I just asked Sarah not to be on set. That was my only request in the scene, just because I didn't want her to see it.
you know, I kind of, like Lenny James said a great thing when we did Clear, and we just done that incredible scene, the 6-page scene, and we came off and he was racked, and he was just sort of standing there, and he just said, I didn't want to leave anything on the field, and I went, you did not. So, that is official. And that's, you know, I like to think that everybody comes with that work ethic, you know. We've set the standard on this show for you guys that we try and live up to. Sometimes we hit it, sometimes we get lucky, and sometimes we get close to it. But I think you get that even if we don't miss it, if we don't hit it quite right, we're still trying for that, you know. And I just got lucky that day, and it just came out real.
Thank you.
Great question. Great question. Go ahead. Next.
Hey,
I was wondering if you ever have zombie dreams.
if I ever have what?
Zombie dreams?
Zombie dreams?
Does it influence?
Yeah, you know, I don't. I'm one of these weird human beings that doesn't remember dreams. I've been told that apparently I do have dreams, but I just don't have the imagination to remember them. But actually that's a lie. I do have nightmares. I'm plagued by nightmares, but they'll be about forgetting lines. That's my equivalent of a zombie dream. It's being on stage with my pants down, not knowing my lines. It's far worse than zombies. Trust me.
Very good.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Well,
Let's stay here for a while. We got 10 minutes.
so I noticed in real life you don't have much of a southern accent.
Getting me out from Alabama.
In the house. Keep it quiet as a mouse.
Yes.
What am I saying?
I'm actually from Alabama too, so. And I do have a southern accent. So how long did it take you to get the Rick voice to prepare to get that, you know, tone and that timbre?
It depended. I came early. When I got the gig, in the sort of, with my brother's voice echoing in my ears, don't fuck it up. I thought I would arrive early and get the accent in place. And I worked with an amazing dialect coach called Jessica Drake, who also David Morrissey and Elsie and, you know, and a few others that come on the show work with. And she's amazing. She writes it phonetically. And it looks like gibberish, and I've done it at dinner parties. I've just said, I got people drunk and just go, read this. And they go, my name is Rick Ryan. It's amazing, it's like cheating. But yeah, I came and I thought, you know, that I wanted to get that done before I even saw a zombie. Because I'd have a lot more to worry about on my plate. But I wreck my voice sometimes, so if there's any extras or people that have worked on the show here, they see me do quite weird shit. And a lot of it, because if you've been without water and things, I just like, there's a tone that the Atlantic, you know, anybody who lives here knows, it dries you out, you know, and if there's an emotional scene, I said to John Bernthal one time when, he emailed me, he said, oh, how's it going? And I said, I'm going to wreck my voice. He went, oh, it's one of those days. Like this. And, you know, unless I've lost my voice, you know, I don't think I've done the job some days. You know, screaming, some big action sequences demand that you don't look after your voice. And I suppose I have lost it a couple of times. But that means that I'm obviously doing my day job, you know.
All right, well, we're here. We want to get a few more in. We have 5 minutes.
Okay, hi, Andy.
Hey.
James Merrick, I want to thank you because you just made this woman's dream come true. Thank you. Andy, I don't have so much a question as just to say that I would like to say thank you for me and my husband because Christmas is not Christmas at our house until we had watched Love Actually. he said, "Sweetie, that man has probably seen that too many times." But that has got to be one of the most touching scenes ever filmed, and I would just like to say thank you very much. You make our holidays every year, and just please know that, and we're just such big fans of yours. And also,
I'm sorry about the rest of the year where I thought you were
a friend downstairs is volunteering, and she said if I got the chance, we know you and Norman have a hot and heavy romance going. But, now this is a serious discussion. Take this seriously now. From the cast of Love Actually, who would be a better partner than Norman? Or, you know, because there's Alan Rickman, he's hot, and then there's Bill. I mean, think about it, Andy. I mean, if you were to have a romance...
I can't have Keira Knightley, and she's not in the equation.
No, romance, Andy. Romance.
It's boys, we're talking.
Yes, boys.
I tell you what, Hugh Grant's really hot. He's a hottie. There's a lot of hot totting in that show, I have to say. But it'll have to be, it might be Chiwetel Ejiofor. By the way, has anybody seen 12 Years a Slave here?
Yes.
Go and see this movie. Go and see it. It's a really important movie. Bill Nye would be my hot date. I'm trying to get him on the show, by the way, guys.
Last question.
My name's Afton. I have a question, but I'm going to say I love you on the show. I didn't get a chance to get an autograph or anything, but I have a gift for you. Would it be okay for me to give it to you?
Of course. Yeah. Have you got a pen as well? Can I give it a
Can somebody get us a Sharpie? Quick Sharpie, quick Sharpie. Thank you. Where's the gift? Where's the gift? Come on.
Hi.
All right, we lied. We have one more question. Because that wasn't really a question, was it? 2 signatures. That'll be $80, please. Bless you. It's a homemade dream catcher. Very sweet. Very sweet. Okay.
There you go. I don't know if you heard it. Somebody says, no, you will regret your dreams.
All right, I'll take that for you.
Okay. We do some dream Walmart. So I have a question about
the prison and the disease that in season 4. So what do you think is going to happen?
Wait a minute. Is this a setup here? Crazy shit's gonna happen. Yeah, it's just all I would say about this season is that I think it's the most detailed story. It reminds me very, very much of the first season in storytelling and character. But rest assured that the mid-season finale is the biggest one we've ever done. I mean, beyond. On every single level, story-wise, emotion, and just the scale of it. But I've just read the last episode, and it's like nothing else. We're going into a much deeper, darker, more grown-up space. It feels like the show's really growing up. So hold on to your hats is what I will say.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah. I tell you what happens is.
All right, guys.
Everybody,
Let's get it.
Long day. Been awake for over 24 hours. It's now going on like 8 o'clock. We're gonna leave Atlanta. It was great. I'll do it again, but boy am I tired. So, that concludes Walker Stalker Con. It's been fun. It's been great. If it comes back next year, just might do it again. North Charleston.
Not that he's a spring fucking chicken, but everything else about it is. I really like it.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful. Besides the fact that we just met all of them, pretty much the cast of The Walking Dead. Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in a city like